For instance, joy, acceptance yields love. If you are happy with somebody and you accept the person as he or she is, it results in love. Acceptance, you accept the person with fear and submission. Fear, surprise, give sadness, disappointment. Sadness, disgust gives you remorse. Disgust, anger gives you contempt. Anger, anticipation give you aggressiveness. And then anticipation, joy gives you optimism. What do you think about this wheel? Anybody to comment on this wheel? What do you think? If you have something to say, unmute and say it. Okay. Because I'm not coming to see you in the lecture room. I'm still on my slide. So anyone to comment on this? What do you think about what Black Chick is saying? That these basic emotions combine in these ways to give you first level complex emotions. What do you think? Do you think it's true? Do you think it's not true? What do you think? Let's talk about it and move. It's true. Good afternoon. So one at a time, the male voice first. Wait, Derek, are you using the China phone? The China earpiece?
No, please, I'm using an iPhone. Set up my volume is a bit down.
Oh, please increase for us.
Yeah, is it okay, please?
It's better.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
For more.
Yes. So please, from the emotion reels, I can say to an extent it's very true, because if you look at the basic emotion as they converge from the complex emotions outside the box, I tend to agree with the chapters.
Okay.
Somebody joy and then acceptance should automatically give you love.
Great. Thank you, Derek. Yeah. Thank you very much. There was a lady's voice. Please go ahead.
Let's just say do one bit. I'll tap some and fling the class.
Move on. Since we have someone second, let's move on. So, moving away from the basic and complex emotions, some other researchers also believe that emotions about pleasure and pain, and then pleasure, pain, or approach avoidance. Okay, and it's believed that towards more pleasure and avoid pain. Other researchers are coming from that if it is pleasure, people are bound to approach another level of this discussion is that emotions are either active or passive and involve a low or high level of arousal. And we are going to bring these together to see how these come together to give us various kinds of emotions. So at the arousal level, we have low arousal and high arousal, and then we have pleasant positive emotions and unpleasant or negative emotions. And Myers in 2010 believes that if you have a pleasant or positive emotion that combines with a low arousal, this is 222, right? You are doing biological foundations, or you did it last semester. You are doing biological psychology, right?
We did it last semester.
So you arousal. So if you take the fight-flight response, take the fight-flight response, you have the parasympathetic and sympathetic nervous system, right? So that is what we are talking. That is the kind of arousal we are talking about. So if you are low at, you are calm, let me put it, if you are calm or your physiological arousal is low, and then you have a positive, pleasant emotion, you are more relaxed. Okay, so let's assume that you have been told that maybe next week I'm going to give you the exams questions, and then I believe some people are coming to chase me after this one. You've received a pleasant news at a state where you are low in you are calm, at a calm state. You realize that relaxation is the result. If you have a positive emotion but high level arousal, elation or enthusiasm set in. Okay, so you have received a very wonderful news, for instance, and then maybe you see your account credited with some money, and then you are at a high level of arousal. You see yourself jumping, dancing, and all that. So that is the example I can give. 1 minute. Sorry. So if you hear an unpleasant news with high arousal, there is the feeling of fear or anger. If it's an unpleasant news with low arousal, you are a bit sluggish or lazy. Okay, so that's what Myers is saying. And like I always say, subject for critique. So if you have anything to say about it, let's talk about it, and then we move to the next phase of our discussion. There's going to be a lot of discussions from here. Let me see where.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes, please go ahead. As I see whether I can do something. Let's go.
I wanted our recording.
Some people are complaining that
they are not able to join due to network issues.
Who spoke?
Sylvia.
Sylvia, I know give okay. I've stopped sharing my recordings because you people. And you people selling that. Okay. So unfortunately, I'm very unfortunate. That's what's happening. Okay. So I'm trying to do something, but I think it's not. We are discuss 1 minute. Okay, I think we'll take it like this. Do you see the double screen? Please, do you see the double screen?
Yes, please.
Okay, so we can go ahead. So we are taking specific emotions. We are going to do discussions. That's why I've done the screen like that, so that I can alternate between the two screens. So we are looking at happiness, and I want to find out from you, what makes you happy? List 5 things that contribute to your happiness and come and share with us. All of you. All of you should pick your books, your jotters, your papers, and list 5 things that makes you happy. If you finish, you raise your hand and then you tell us what makes you happy. Somebody will say happy. What makes you happy? Hey, time going. So if you're
Yes.
and please Pinaman, Philly, let's hear from you. Unmute and tell us the 5 things that makes you happy. And let me report quickly.
Okay, good afternoon, madam.
Good afternoon.
So the 5 things that makes me happy are money, food,
Food.
music, yes,
Uh-huh.
more money and more food.
Philly, more and more food. Asembeni. Okay. Thank you for sharing. Anthony, Anthony, quickly share yours.
Okay. Happiness, that makes me happy. That makes me happy. Money.
Anthony, it looks like you are using China phone.
Okay, let me take off the.
Take off the phone. Please contribute and buy one proper earpiece for him.
Money. The first. See my mother be happy.
Your mom.
Yes.
And
being awarded certificate like SS when we were SS, and we were awarded. And
you were awarded what?
The SS certificate.
Hey, certificate. Okay. Hey, then so if you finish this course, it will not be easy.
Then
we'll come and drink Fanta.
I'll be the most obvious person.
Yes, we'll come and drink Fanta. No problem. Go ahead.
Okay, and I've mentioned money. Yes. Okay, my mother's happiness, and food. Food. Yes.
Hey, open the Bible.
And another one is I know that one hasn't happened, but I know if it happens, I'll be happy. Moving out.
Tell us.
Out of the country.
Okay. Thank you very much. Hey, Priscilla, let's hear from you. Priscilla, go ahead.
Good afternoon, madam.
Good afternoon, madam.
The 5 things that make me happy. First,
yes.
Sex.
What?
Sex.
Hey. Priscilla, go ahead.
Being around my children.
Being around your family. So sex family. And Priscilla, the day the sex is taken away from you, it will be tug of war.
Very
because that is first on the agenda.
Yes. The day is going well. I'm also happy. And then the last one, seeing my parents in a good mood.
Okay. Thank you very much. Some people are flooding the chat room. Hey, Mark, let's hear from you. It doesn't look like we can take everybody, but let's pick as many as we can. Bismarck, unmute. Okay, but if you are not ready, there are others. Elom.
Yes, madam. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yes, the 5 things that makes me happy is going on vacation. That's vacation.
Hey.
Vacation.
Yes.
As well.
Vacation. I didn't hear the rest.
Singing.
Singing.
Yes, madam.
Okay, thank you very much. Please, Allow me to go into the chat room. Allow me to get into the chat room and read up here, okay? There are some I'm not going to read. When I have enough money to take care of my needs, when people around me are happy, when I am satisfied. Satisfied with what? When I accomplish the task ahead of me successfully. Money, music, football, hey, cash in received, good health, money, more money, food, money, music, old memories, seeing others happy, good grades, credits in my accounts, good music, traveling, and relaxation. Momo alerts, good health, hymns, peace of mind. Hey, see myself passing through tough situations, but keep moving. Favorite food, which is hip hop, football, money, and word of God. A Charles Oche is the prophet of the class, or you are not a prophet. Word of God, award from church, celebrating other people's birthday on radio, celebrating others' birthday on radio and on TV. Are you a pastor or a journalist, a radio broadcaster? When I'm able to help someone, money. So a lot of you are talking about food. Enough. A lot of unexpected money, achieving targets that I have set for myself. Anyway, we'll come back to other things. Let's go on. So a lot of you are talking about money. Let's go and listen to this man called Appiah and two men, Appiah and Appiah in 2008. They conducted a study of office and wrote extensively about them. The proof that they came up with is happiness begins at home. Happiness begins at home. The home brings happiness. What about the home brings happiness? Can anybody help us? Happiness begins.
Yes.
Yes.
Ivera,
go ahead.
the thing.
Can I go down for now? And let's answer happiness at home. Let's try to analyze them.
Madam, say that there is no place like home, and it's true. Because you might be out somewhere, and you'll be yearning to go back home, to be with your family, because most of the family are home. So
have you finished? So, but Ivera, I don't agree with you. Hey, the house is up. You say no place at Ivera.
No, madam.
Yes, go ahead.
The home I'm talking about is not the building itself, but the people, family.
Which I'm talking about is not the literal fire, but the people who are going to make you sad. Sylvia, why are you laughing? Tell us something. Ivera, who has some comment about what Ivera just said?
Me.
Yes. Please go ahead and let's comment about what Vera has said.
So they say that home is where they have, and so and there is home. I'm talking from the positive aspect. If there is no conflict or some kind of divorce or confusion, then the opposite would love to go home, join them, have a conversation together. Home is where they have. So it is true that happiness or home.
Okay, good. Gaspard.
Can I ask something?
Okay, I'm on call.
Okay, thank you. My name is Wisdom.
Yes.
I agree that happiness begins at home. Anytime I'm going out and there is that kind of unity in the house, we are all happy and I'm able to meet the desires of the family. Wherever I am free. I'm happy within because I know the family is safe. So whatever I go out to do, and by God's grace, I achieve it. And you could see that whenever my woman is out, she even called to tell me what is going on at workplace. But anytime there is a misunderstanding, you realize that call and that happiness will not be there. And when you go out, you will be sad throughout.
That's what I'm talking about.
Thank you.
That's what I'm talking about. If you are depending on the people, when the expectations are not met, then there's no longer happiness. Okay, so let's hear from Gaspard. Gaspard, let's Gaspard, let's hear from you. Oh, if he's not ready, Lisbeth Abdi. Or Cornelia, you
So,
go
madam.
ahead. Yes, go ahead. Lizzie, after
Good
Cornelia.
afternoon.
Okay, good afternoon. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Please, the 5 things that makes me happy. One is when I'm
We
able
have
to
finished
achieve
talking
my
about
goal.
5 things. We have moved away from that. We are now asking a question. There is an
My
account proverb
next
that says that
is
happiness begins at home. What are your thoughts on this? I will have the last word now and then we will move. Okay, let me take...
my thought is when the people around you, you are able to make everyone happy, you also become happy. But if you depend on them for them to make you happy, then you sometimes become sad and you sometimes become happy.
Say that again.
I'm saying that my thought for it is that if the people around you, you are able to make them happy, then you are always happy. But if you depend on them to make you happy, you can sometimes be happy and can sometimes be sad. That's my thought.
Lizzie has come very close to what I'm looking from you. You see, as a practitioner, what I have realized is that nobody makes anybody happy. Nobody makes anybody happy. You make yourself happy. Happiness begins from you. Okay? If you are not happy, when you go home, you are going to cause trouble to those who are happy there. If they are also not happy, when you go, they're also going to create sadness for you. So happiness begins from you. You need to make yourself happy. There are several conditions in the country, worldwide, in your home that would make you unhappy. A lot depends on you. If you remember the component of emotions, we talked about evaluations or appraisals. So whatever situation you find yourself in, if you are looking at the negatives, you always be sad. If you decide to look at the positives, despite the negativity you are going through, even though you'll be down, you have some hope. And that is when where you draw your source of strength from. So nobody is going to make anybody happy. bear in mind that your happiness depends on you. Do you understand? Let's move on. Almost everybody says money will make them happy. So does money in itself make us happy? Or does money buy our happiness? That is the second thing. Does money buy our happiness? Or who has a comment on what I said?
Yes, Mama.
Madam me.
Yes, Derek, go ahead.
Yes, please. Yes.
Unmute and go.
Yes, please.
Derek, your China earpiece is disturbing us.
No, I'm not using an earpiece.
You are not using it. Then speak louder.
Yes, ma'am. So, from what you have said, I agree. That was the
Hello, dog.
I was telling
Please, someone is on the line.
it depends on the individual, because at the end of the day, you may have a father who goes from work and will be happily going home, and you may have a child who goes from school and may not be happy going home. You understand? So happiness, as you said, begins from us, which is very, very true. And you may equally have a happy home, but someone may not happy due to an instant problem they may have home. So you, for instance, you take it from the example I gave. A dad who is from work because he's going home happy. Good. Now a child who is from school and may have a bad day because maybe the child is due for a punishment home or something, or maybe too much chores and stuff. That child may not be happy going home. So I agree with you. Happiness begins from us.
Yes. So please, all of us, this is one of the practical application lessons we need to dwell on. So I asked the question: does money buy happiness? Does money buy happiness? Who is going for this?
Please, I want to go.
Okay, go ahead. Please, let's all put a hand over me for now. And then if you are ready to talk about this topic, then you come in. Okay. And who is on the line? I think Cornelia.
Yes.
Yes, go ahead. Money can buy happiness.
And no, money cannot buy happiness. Because
why are you saying that?
Because a lot of people have money and they are happy, but not everybody who has money. People are rich, but all what they need in their life is money. But to some people, they are poor, and they need it. Their life is
Are you not confusing yourself? You said some people have a lot of money. All that they need is money.
Yes.
All that they need is money. They have all the money and they still need money.
Madam, I think she's trying to say happiness. So.
Okay.
They have all the money. They are not happy. They have all the money, but they are not happy.
Yes.
Some people are poor. They don't have the money, but they are happy. So some people too, they have the money, they are happy. And those people who are poor, they don't have the money, they are also happy. So to me, money can buy happiness, and no, money cannot buy happiness.
Hey, who again is coming? Let's take the last one on this and let's go on. Yes, Isaac,
hello,
go ahead.
Isaac,
go ahead.
Madam, so for me, I think it's on
Hey, who is this disturbing the class? Zara, do you want me to remove you?
I'm sorry.
You. Okay, let's go on, Isaac.
Okay, madam. So I was saying that it depends on an individual situation, just like the lady tried to explain. So there are a couple of people that have all, they have what it brings, money, buy anything they want, but they lack good health. But because they're not getting the kind of strength or good health that they need, they are not happy. So it depends to an individual.
Thank you very much. Then let's quickly look at the next slide. There is, if we are saying that money can buy happiness, or money happiness, and that in wealthy societies, people with more money are happier than people who struggle for their basic needs. So let's look at, for instance, US. In the US, we believe that all the money is in US. That's why one of you said the day he travels there, it will not be easy for him. He will be on top of the world. So what do you make of that suggestion that in, let's say, in the US, for instance, people with more money are happier than those who are struggling on the streets? How true is that statement?
Hello, madam.
Hello, madam.
Yes. No, let the lady go first.
Yes. Madam, I just want to let us know that life is not a movie. Whereas you see people who are rich and they'll be sad, and then the poor will have happiness but they don't have money. Some rich people are very happy, and then with the statement you just made, people in America, if you have money, everywhere you want to go, madam, you'll be able to go. Your money will make you happy. There's nothing like I have money but I'm sad. I don't have friends. I don't have it. When you have money, you have friends. When you have money, you can go anywhere you want. And money buys happiness. That's my opinion. Money buys happiness.
Okay, Mercy, thank you. So does that mean that those who are, for instance, in the brother said he wants to burger. So does that mean that, and a lot of Ghanaians want to travel, because the perception is that we in Ghana are suffering, and there is so much money out there. It's that in rich countries, for instance, people there than those of us.
Hello, madam.
Hello, madam.
Wisdom, go ahead.
Thank you, Doc. It's true. I that's because there's nobody struggling with.
Hey, Wisdom, this is your 10-year piece.
Oh,
Hey. And then your phone itself is China phone. Hey, contribute and buy him iPhone. Or come and buy some of my nice Oppo.
Thank you, Doc.
Go ahead, Wisdom. And please mute.
Hello?
Yes. Go ahead, Wisdom.
Okay. I was saying that I agree with that statement. Where there is money, and I say money can 90 or above 90% of problems we are going through. There are a lot of people going through even a psychiatric hospital. It's nothing. It's just if they see some small money right now, you see that the sickness would get money. So a rich society like you are citing USA, they are more than that. See, I have to run the whole day. Even one day here in Ghana, it's problem in the house. So they are more happier. Thank you.
Okay, so let's take the last one here. A sudden rise in financial conditions make people happy. That assuming that the government announces that, oh, I'm going to increase everybody's pay by 50%.
It makes the people that.
Will that bring happiness?
Madam, and I'm here. Can I?
Madam.
And now, go ahead.
Thank you very much. So I think that
Isaac, this is not what the government is going to do. It's just an example. It is Sujuweni.
Okay. So I think that before we can go ahead to say we are answering this question, we need to understand each person's understanding of what makes him or her happy.
Thank you.
Because
For instance, I am battling a health condition, and I need a certain money to bring me back. I have and funds into help. This is that been worrying me, and I'm not. It means that I need it, and it is not monetary. Maybe I need a friend I can just talk to. I need people that can be. That is something that I also need. So I believe that the standing makes and happy is what we can stand up to say that it is more for this person, it is family support for this person, a car for this person. So we can say that it is everybody needs to happy. Good money is good. Where we all have the money to afford everything that we need, let's all enjoy it. It will help us live comfortable lives. But that alone is not enough. And ask yourself, all the work, then what? You have because let's go and calling me happy. Just like you made us, you asked us to mention 5 things that make us happy. People mention different things. So if you say that, and the different things that people mention, it is not all money. So that's my standard. It is dependent on what. Yes,
and let me clap for you. And you have taken you have explained all the things I was going to say. You know, happiness is relative, right? Happiness is relative such that what will make one person happy is different from what will make another person happy. We all have different needs, and it is our needs. So what does that count? So like I said, what really touched me is the fact that you touched on answers to when I asked what made you happy, each one of us, somebody said food. So for somebody, whether I have provided I can get food. Yeah, somebody will say that funny. What if the parent? What if she had an inheritance she's chopping from? Okay, so far as for some, your need different from. So like one of the somebody said sex, for instance. Whether you have money or not, you just bring the sex on, and we are happy in the house. You get it. So we all have varied needs. There's this story of two neighbors. A certain man who moved into his mansion, and nothing uncompetent just by his side, and he always sees that the neighbor they enjoyed it, even though they had nothing to eat. They were living in an uncompetent. The weeks in the family always seemed to be enjoying themselves. They were Asian, they always fighting. So this the poor man asked, I see that every day people laughing, you are chatting, you are happy. What is the source of yours? Then he said, we have not, but we understand and we are content with our situation whilst looking at making ourselves better. So take the time. So you see what they are looking at. They are content with the fact that they don't have money. They have accepted that they don't have money, but they are working towards satisfying their basic needs. As a family is all that they needed. But in the other home, the story is they had all the money, they eat all the kinds of food they want to eat, but they are not happy. So happiness is relative. Let's move on. In a group discussions, Google gross national happiness, and then what happiness index, and have this discussion. I'm just going to highlight some of them. So we have 9 domains according to research. We have 9 gross happy, and some people they say money that want. So for that, say the heritage. Okay, so the 9 domains of gross national happiness: the cultural heritage, the times, the way you use their time for, good government, living standards, health, education, environment. In your distinct groups, relate these domains to the condition. Come and tell me something next week. Okay, there is domains condition to see whether Ghana will be happy, or Ghana is happy, or Ghanaians are happy. And if you look at some of them, our brother would want to bugger at all costs. Then you look at the relation to this in 2024 current statistics. In fact, go and look at the whole ranking and look at where Ghana is located. We are not happy, my brothers and sisters. We are not happy. Even the United States that everybody wants to run to, they are 23rd on the list. Finland seem to be the most happiest. Denmark, then Iceland, Sweden, Israel. But Israel is in good. What is the countries? What is it that makes them happy? Let's now group studies. Does that mean people who live in poor are happy? So if they are saying that money make us happy, does it mean that only those who are in US are happy? No. Or Denmark or Iceland, only those there are happy. Ghanaians are not happy. Look, I'm one of the most happiest Ghanaians. Forget about the money. I make myself very happy. Okay. I make myself very happy because I can control only what I control. The rest I can't. Look, I don't worry about them. Go to Islam like Nima. Let me tell you, you would think that only those who are in Trazaco Valley will be happy. Go to Nima. I went to Nima one day. I was shocked. I was shocked. You see, you enter one room. No, that was not Nima. That was the this we are second place. I'm telling the name. Where I see is yes. Thank you, Sodoma Mora. We went to collect data. In my student days, we went to collect data around that place. We went and one of the persons we met said, "No, come in." And I was a bit reluctant going in, even though we were about 3 of us collecting data. We were a bit reluctant because look at the surrounding. And I'm like, hey, motivate the of this family and all that. Come in, look, fully air conditioned. That is fully air conditioned. And you are saying it depends on what you are. Okay, that tonal spirits, they come together, they play their music, they are dancing, they are happy. Some of them are smoking their weed. They are happy. They are very happy. Whether they are affluent or not, they are happy. Look, make yourselves happy. Right. So, people or in slums are also satisfied with their lives and they are happy. They have what we call adaptation level phenomena. Like we adapt to a lot of things. We adapt to touch, we adapt to brightness, volume, environment. People also adapt to their income levels. I know that this is my income and make it suitable for the whole problem. Adapting to what you have. Look, you should be happy. Let's go home and be happy. So why are some people generally happier than others? Happiness is not only relative to our past or present circumstances, but also to our comparison with others. Like I mentioned, we want to be like others. We call relative deprivation is that we are worse than those who we compare ourselves with. Okay, so you are in the same office with somebody, for instance. That person making the same amount of money with you and you. That is expect to that incomes working with that. You also, on the other hand, is comparing yourself to the managing director who probably is catered for in terms of accommodation, in terms of bills, water bill, light bill, you are comparing yourself to that person. And it doesn't work that way. Okay, so it's very well. Away from happiness. Let's look at fear. Fear. So what are your worst fears in life? Let's drop some of them in the chat room. And then some few of you should tell us why you are afraid of whatever is your worst fear. Why are you afraid of that? People that somebody said death. You're afraid of death. Hey, losing my mom. Your worst. You losing my. This death that you have spelled is wrong. Missing heaven, bad grade, losing close relatives, rejection. Okay, let's go to those who have raised their hands. Abubakari. Abu, tell us about your worst fear and why you are afraid of that. I'll take about 3. Why? You are not afraid that I would remove you and you too. You are off, backing you off. Tell him to come in with a good name. Abu has gone, has left. Okay, Marjorie.
Sorry, madam. It was the previous one that I raised up. So
okay, so let's drop our hands. Let me start from the bottom. So Derek, let's.
I think it's so because of
okay.
That, I don't know.
Yes, you have heard you. Please, you must overcome this fear. You must overcome your lose a wonderful person.
Yes, but
to overcome the fear and go and come and let me give you the tricks to go and propose to her. Okay.
Yes, okay. The lady said that what men can do, they can do better. So I'm expecting the book.
We are in Ghana. We are in Ghana, okay? Derek, we are in Ghana. Who is misbehaving like that?
Maybe there's just and two somewhere.
Who is misbehaving like that? Who is saying we are? I will leave. You people, you don't know. Let's take Isaac. Isaac, are you called Sign Tree? Isaac.
I think we learn.
Sign. Let's go.
Okay, so one of my biggest fear is having a disloyal partner. The reason is that I was once a broken heart victim. Yes.
Sorry. I was one. Joyce. Joyce, I understand. Let's take Joyce.
Hi.
Yes, Joyce, go ahead.
My biggest fear is not being able to achieve my dreams before leaving the world.
That's for there are a lot to end. So don't be afraid. Let's take event, at least balance the equation. Why?
Like when I stand on tall things, like I'm scared. I'm very
Why are you scared?
Because that's happened to me before, and I don't want that to happen again.
So why do you think, or why should you be afraid just because you are on a height? What is the fear about?
I once fell from a staircase to it was a set to the first floor. So
Happened before?
Yes, please.
Oh, okay. I stand now. Okay, sorry. It will be okay.
Okay,
but you need to do systematic desensitization. So, second and third floor. When you go, somebody says AC. Why AC? Hey, you people are there. Somebody said divorce, lies, being broke, losing a family member, examination. As for exams, they all true. You write the exams. Not making it in life. Getting pregnant before marriage. Hey, assembly. To die and not go to heaven. Divorce. Public speaking. Losing my sanity. I'm afraid of being able to make it in rejection, accident, this person. Job in the Bible said, what I feared most has come upon me. So, in fact, I have decided not to fear anything in life again. I will allow God to take me through everything. So those who are afraid, my biblical advice to you, what you fear most comes. So don't fear. So what is the function of fear? And how do we learn fears? Why do you think we learn fears? The utility of fear. Or they are born with fear. There are some hands up. Angela, please try and come in with. Okay. Go ahead. I'm just listening.
Yes, madam. Angela here.
Yes, go ahead.
We are fear so that we can overcome it.
Okay.
It's getting.
So it's an adaptive function. Okay, it's an adaptive function. Do we learn fear or we are born with fear?
Hello, Doc.
Yes.
Hello, Doc.
Yes, MFA, go ahead.
Yes, Doc. I think we are born with fear, and growing up, we just discover how it works and how our body reacts to our environment. Because if a child growing up, when they touch something hot, and then it burns or he has them, the next time they see a vapor, they don't go close to it. So we are actually born with it, and then growing up, we just learning or how to adapt to it.
Okay, so fear is both from nature and nurture angles. Okay, and naturally, Fear would you move away from danger and then protect yourself. So it inhibits us and motivates us to escape for our protective functioning. So yes, we have the natural aspect, but there are fears they also learn. Okay, you see some researchers presented snakes or make alike snakes. Okay, they are presented with them, and what they do is to play with them just like their other toys. But they see scary about snakes, or they see negative consequences of snakes. They begin to fear. Okay, so definitely the natural and then okay, good. Oh. Let's go to anger. Anger. So what makes you angry? And then you angry. Good. Good. Let's go on. What makes you angry? Give us 5 things that make you angry. And explain how you express the anger. And then why those things make you angry. So always angry. Why are you always angry? We want to know. What makes you, Marjorie, or Wisdom? Wisdom, let's hear from you.
Thank you, Doc. The first thing that makes me angry is disappointment. When I trust someone and believe that this person will not be or cannot do a certain thing, then all of a sudden, such thing happens. I feel so disappointed and gets here.
Okay. Somebody is here. That person go and tell him. You shouldn't have said it's your woman. But you go ahead.
What happened was that I trusted her, and she's someone that I trusted so much, and she's someone who doesn't go out. But unfortunately, that anytime she closes from work, I pick her from work and we come home. But that day I was very far from her, so she came before me. And she's someone who doesn't hide anything from me. She will tell you whatever she did or whatever happened. So I see that out of them, I say I never. So she looked at the I was so angry.
You are not telling us.
No.
What
is missing from the equation?
What makes you? This one you're unfair to the woman. If she has gone to see somebody else, the person said, come and serve.
I believe the gate and nowhere.
Your jealousy is not good. Your jealousy is not good.
But at long run, I realized I was too harsh, and I really apologized to her because
I like the ending. The ending is good.
I really apologized because I was too harsh. Thank you.
Okay, let Liza also come in. Liza.
Okay, madam, what makes me angry is cheating. I don't like people cheating on me.
Uh-huh.
Yes,
it really makes me furious. So what I'm entitled for, I want it, and I don't want anybody to teach me in it.
Hey, assembly.
Yes, mommy.
When
I went for something,
let me ask you, have you been cheated? Have you ever cheated on somebody?
No.
You haven't? Okay.
I haven't.
Then I pray you don't. Because that person will also be very disappointed in you. Most times we are expecting something from some people, but they said we don't take a culprit. Angel, she's okay. Go ahead.
Okay. When I feel guilty and disrespect, like maybe I'm doing something with someone, I trust the person and respect the person, but in return, the person did not show me kind of appreciation. I just keep quiet. I don't say anything, and I don't mind the person again.
Are you sure?
Yes.
So you use the withdrawal approach.
Yes.
You use the withdrawal approach.
Yes.
How many of us use the aggressive approach? If you use the aggressive approach, tell us. And tell us what you do. Unmute and tell us, please. Hey, who is there?
Hello, madam.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, as for me, I'll just tell you my mind, and I'll tell you and yes, I'll tell you how I feel, and I am feeling within myself.
Yes. Ayaka. Hello. Yes, this thing has happened again. My screen is off again. So you know why I'm saying aha. Do you see me, please?
Yes, we can see you.
You see me? But I can't see anything on my screen.
Can see you.
Yes. Where is it at this particular class?
We can see.
This particular class.
You can see you. You can see you.
Okay, let me hold on. I'm signing in on another. Let's all try and mute. So I said because most times you are so expressed in such manner. Nobody wants to own up. Most of my class, I will ask, how many of us express it outwardly? And nobody would want to tell me that, own up that I do. But I'm happy that we have one person who has owned up that, yes, this is what I do.
I also do.
Wait, I'm going to use another. You not see my screen?
I can see it.
Hello, madam.
I'm Elizabeth. Please wait.
Please, do you hear me?
Yes, please.
Please, let's all mute.
Please mute yours. I'm making noise.
Let's all mute. So there is again appear and Ajimandia. They said anger makes people talk too much. What do you make of it? Anger makes people talk too much. That. So what do you make?
Hello, madam. I can relate to that.
Talk a lot. I keep quiet with it.
So do you think it is good? Do you think it is good too much, or it is better to stay calm when angry?
At first, I did that often, but as I'm going on, I got to learn how mute is the best one.
Who is talking? Who is talking? I can't see the person.
Elizabeth is talking.
Elizabeth, Doris, please mute. Doris, mute quickly. Okay, let's hear from Elizabeth.
So, Doc, as I was saying, I do talk a lot when I'm angry, but as I'm going, I learn to keep mute for that one, make it far better for me. But when I talk, I talk late. When I talk, when I'm able to express myself, then
okay. Why have you stopped talking too much?
Because I realize when you talk a lot, people use your words against you. So you decide to keep quiet and observe the person's movement and how to also along with the person.
Great. Okay. Any other thoughts?
Let's go.
Yeah, Adam.
Go ahead, please.
Madam, don't you think that one will breed resentment if you don't talk to the person? If somebody annoys you and you don't say it, you be like, oh, let me just keep quiet. Like you grow hatred for this person. Sometimes clearing it, taking it off your chest, and then being cool later is better.
So what I would say is that it is not about what you are saying, but how you are saying it. I am always for talking about your pain and all that, but it's how you say it, okay? So, for instance, if you are reacting immediately, in anger, you are saying words that you shouldn't say. You go back and you realize that, I shouldn't have said this. I shouldn't have said that. And there are words that we speak in anger that you cannot do anything about again. Okay, so it is better in the heat of events. You calm down and then try and go to the person again and talk about the issue. That is better than you deciding that, no, make it can be insurance, make it can be insurance. You see? Okay, can be insurance, and then what?
Please, I have a question.
One thing that I have also experienced, my experience, is that when somebody is doing something and you decide to keep mute and observe, a time comes that the person becomes afraid of you because this person doesn't know what you are thinking about. This person doesn't know how you are going to react. He or she doesn't know whether you have had another plan against him or her. So it makes you gain respect. And aside the respect, it also makes the person look at you in another way. I mean, you gain that some people begin to fear you. This person would never repeat that with you again. Okay, so I'm not saying that don't talk about it. You need to talk about it, but always think about when and how. Does that make sense, Doris?
Madam, please, I have a question.
Yes, go ahead. We have about 5 minutes to go, so let's be quick.
Okay. Madam, do we have anything like being calm whilst angry? Because anger on itself is something else.
Okay.
Do we can you calm down whilst you are angry?
People will say that, some theorists will say that when you are angry, count to 10 before you talk. Whilst counting about one shift, even if it's not appropriate to move away, but if it's appropriate, move away from the scene. Several have given, we have what we call anger management. as one of the therapies that we use. And depending on the individual, we use several strategies in anger management. You can talk, but assess the situation. If you realize that it could be more violent or it could lead to more anger, you keep calm. Sometimes some people block themselves from hearing whatever you are saying. Okay, so that at the appropriate time they come back to. But if you are to give and take, you realize that there are things you shouldn't have said. That is why we are saying that anger makes people talk. You have to say, but you say them. That is why you see on social media things that friends, so-called friends, have done in the past and out of the view of everybody. One person gets angry and comes to spill the bean, and then another person comes, oh, you two, you did this. And another person comes and you two rebuttal. Before you realize, you have erased yourselves. And you can't erase that. You see, so it is not easy, but you learn. You learn it. It is not easy. Sometimes you have outbursts, but as much as you can control, please control it. Okay.
Please, I have a question. And now,
yes, go ahead.
What role does temperament? What's the connection between temperament and anger management? I mean, sometimes people give excuses such as, my temperament is this. So there is a way they deal with certain issues.
Okay, I will talk about it in two ways. Okay. So for those who are always keeping within, I'm the quiet type. I don't want to talk when somebody is doing something. I don't want to talk about it. The person is keeping everything within without talking about it. The day this person bursts out, it is dangerous. It's dangerous for that person to burst out. On the other hand, too, your temperament is such that you have to tell your mind. But telling your mind always could lead to trouble. You may lose very good friends. You may lose very good connections. So that also you must work at it. So both ways, whether you are the type who will want to burst out or you are the type who want to keep in, there is the need to always be mindful of how you are managing it. Okay, good.
Thank you.
Hello, madam.
Yes, go ahead. I have my one last thing before we leave. So,
madam, good afternoon.
You are taking your time is up. You are taking my 5 minutes, and every minute costs 10,000 Ghana cedis. Go ahead.
Thank you, madam.
Yeah.
Yes. The way we were discussing that in our JHS incident happened in our school. Like there was some commotion over there. So my father heard about it, and when I came home, instead of him calling me to sit me down, so that maybe ask me whether I was part of that event, because annoyed and was insulting me, saying a whole lot of things. So I see that I was getting annoyed because I knew that I wasn't part of the what happened. So as I was getting annoyed, instead of me staying there for my things, like I didn't even stay there at all. And I want to know whether that one too was something good that I did.
You walked away from your dad.
Yeah, when I'm in the house, when I came home, you see, instead of him like listening to me to explain, maybe ask me, and then he was just started insulting me. We are in the school doing this, and I was even saying anything, was not even listening to me. You get it? And it looked as if it was also getting me annoyed. So instead of maybe staying to say something or maybe to do something that is not good, I just walk out.
No, you're wrong. You're wrong.
Why was he wrong? Somebody said you were wrong. I want to find out why was he wrong.
Madam, it's me, Michael. I think one way it might show a sign of disrespect. He could have sat down for the father to say all sort of words, and then later given his version. That is my view, madam. Thank you.
Sorry, I'm
interested in. Please wait. I'm interested in what your father did afterwards.
Oh no, but the way he was, he was not even listening to me, but he was just like, if it were to be even beating or something like that, he would have done it. And me, myself, too, like, I knew I wasn't part, but he was not even patient to listen to my explanation. You get it? And if I also stand there, it will get me more annoying, and maybe I will say something that might not be in the right direction. So I just have to move out and go and then come back.
Okay, so after you have left, what happened? That's what Madam wants to know. Like,
okay.
Hello?
How did your father take it? So it boils down to
I just moved out, and then I stayed out for some time, and I came back home later. That one, from there, when I came, he was down and he couldn't ask me anything again. And later, my grandmother called me. He asked me about it, and I told her that I wasn't part of those people who went to do their thing, and that was all.
So for all you know, your grandmother spoke to him. That's why he didn't attack when you came. But you know that in a Ghanaian setup, this is a sign of disrespect. Okay, so next time you exercise caution. Let me take my last question, and then we'll be out of here. Apia and Ajiman Dia said that anger makes a weak man violent. What are our thoughts on that? Yeah, our time is up. Let's finalize it. They are saying that anger makes a weak man violent. What are your thoughts on that? Hey, why? Is everybody out? Or we are still here? Anger makes a weak man. Yes, so tell me.
Please, what is your take on that? Anger makes a weak man violent, because that person will maybe harbor a lot of things inside him. And when sometimes if they don't say anything, they harbor those things, it will end up being something unusual.
Okay. Signing, but it's rather slow. I don't know why. Who is in this class who is tampering with my screen? Because the last time the same thing happened. There's somebody tampering with my screen in this class. Please leave my screen alone. Okay. So that's just by the way. So I want to comment on that. Anger makes a weak man violent. Most time, not only the male personality, all of us. Sometimes you see somebody say, "Oh, where do you pen one? Where do you boko boko?" Let this person be angry, and you see whether this person is boko boko or not. Unless, of course, this person has trained himself or herself to control reactions towards anger. Okay. Most times we see both males and females. You see, sometimes you see a woman who is seen to be the weaker vessel, or the milder or calmer person in the relationship. Let this woman get angry. Then I was watching a reel on Facebook, and this woman was so angry, saying that her man, it was outside the country, her man had gone to cheat on her. You know what this woman did? She was so angry, she got a big rock windscreen of the man's Range Rover. After that, they need swat and wine. You see, so anger, something, a tool that, of course, serves adaptive function. Also, if we are not careful, could cause a lot of harm to us. So you need, those of you who need anger management, see Samira and talk to Samira. Okay, so we are at the end of the lecture. I'm so grateful for the interactions and for the cooperation of everybody in the class. Let's see again on Thursday. Okay, all the best.
Thank you, John. Thank you, Doc. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Doc.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Hello.